I'm Peter Yvanovich. Okay, can you guys read this? It's in the largest font I can make it, all right? Okay, so I'll tell you who I am, all right? I've been in business in the Boston area now for over 20 years. And when I say Boston area, I go all the way up to, I'm actually going to Vermont on Thursday and Friday, doing a large house up there. It's a divorce, right? I go down to the Cape. I don't like going to the Cape because it takes forever to get there, right? Downtown Boston, hate going to Boston because there's traffic, right? Anyway, so what do I do? What do I appraise? Rather than tell you what I do, I'll tell you what I don't appraise. I do not appraise for this purposes here. Jewelry, stamps, coins, and books, right? Specifically, jewelry. I don't know jewelry. I know antique jewelry. That's different, like silver and things like that. So if you have a ring that's 1 carat and somebody else has another ring that's 1 1/4 carat, nobody in this room can tell the difference. Nor can I, right? So that's not my expertise. I will do everything else, right? I do a ton of divorces. I do a lot of estates. That is when somebody dies, either the loved one or the attorney calls me, and I go in and I inventory everything in the home, right? And, depending on who I work for, the wife or the husband, depends, right? And by the way, if I work for the wife, I go into the house, the husband hates me. So I work for the husband, the wife hates me because I'm the enemy, right? And they're always saying, oh, no, that's not worth anything. Well, of course they're going to say that. The other one's going to say it's worth this, right? Estate purposes, right, because there's probate involved most of the time, right? And it's easy to get all the paperwork together, as in like 401ks, retirement funds, bank accounts. That's easy. But what's all the stuff worth? That is also a line item that 2 people have their hand out. One's estate, the other one's Uncle Sam. You die here in Massachusetts, it costs you a lot of money. Well, not you, your loved ones, right? That's Massachusetts, right? Okay. Now, I have done, I think this is my 151st performance. So I've done a lot of these over the years. And I've seen a lot of stuff. So I'm going to set some ground rules. One of the ground rules is I am not a genius. I don't know everything. It's impossible, right? So you might have seen these people, these geniuses on TV. That's not me. They claim to know everything. Good for them. But the way I think, I'm a realist. You go to your doctor. You have something wrong with your shoulder. He's going to say, hey, take 2 of these after dinner. You're going to go, okay. What does that mean? I want my doctor to look it up once in a while, right? He knows everything? No, he doesn't. Get online, take the book out and research before you give me some pills, right? And that's what I'm going to do today. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing is if I see something today, right, and I'm not sure what it is or what it's worth, I'm not going to stick my foot in my mouth. I'm going to say, okay, I'll take some pictures, right? I'll ask you 5 questions all about it. You give me your contact information. I go back to the office. I do research, and I'll call you back. No charge. Sound fair? Okay, other than that, it's like I'm making stuff up, right? That's not right, okay? The other thing is, since I've done so many of these, I've seen a lot of stuff, and I haven't seen everything. It's like being at church. You just okay? So, if I go like this, you pick a number between 0 and 50. Okay? Because I'm not going to embarrass you and say, it's $5. I'm just going to go. Okay? Now, there are other values that I could give you. There's two main ones today. One is replacement value. All right? Replacement value is if you made a claim to the insurance company, what would they give you to buy a new one or something exactly the same or similar to what you had today? That's replacement. Market value, I'm interested in selling this, right? 6 people in the room are interested in buying it, right? I'm going to take the highest number. We make an agreement. Yep, okay, you buy it from me. That's market value. Whatever the market bears at the time. Just because something's worth a lot of money today, it doesn't mean it's going to be worth a lot of money a year, 10 years from now. And it goes the other way as well, right? So, I also do, one other thing I do, consultations. I do a ton of those, right? Basically, I just did one for this guy in Harvard, all right? Him and his wife are 79 years old. They're on the verge of deciding what they're going to do next. Big house in Harvard. It's just the two of them. So now they're thinking, the house is a money pit. They're just writing checks out all the time to the electrician, to someone fix this, someone fixes that, right? You know how it is, right? So they're on that verge. They don't know where to go next. So they wanted to know what everything was worth in their home. They didn't want anything in writing. So I have a flat fee of $300. I'll come to your home. Whether I'm there for 10 minutes or an hour and a half, price is the same, just like a plumber. Plumber shows up, you pay him. And he's going to go, it leaks. I'm going to come back next week to fix it. It cost me $300. Hey, you know, it's the way it is, right? So that's what I do. And again, that includes any research I do because I'm not a genius. Okay, I'm also going to educate you today. There's a lot of things that you don't know, that I know, that are really fun facts and things. And I'm also going to give you examples of some of the appraisals I've done in the past and some of the institutions I've done in the past. I don't just do it for individuals. I work for banks, insurance companies, right? And obviously individual, a ton of lawyers, right? So I'm going to start. Who's got number 1 is this clock, right? Is it gonna, things are gonna fall off of it as soon as I pick it up? Good, all right. Oh God, it's heavy. It is heavy. I don't want to do any more than this. Could everyone kind of see this? All right. It says John Sawin, Boston. All right. Can you tell us more about?
My grandfather was a clock collector.
Hmm?
And he had an auction, and that's one of the clocks that didn't sell.
Okay.
This is after he died.
All right. It didn't sell. There's a reason.
Either that or my father decided he was
he wanted to keep it. I mean, you know, I like it. All right. This is all mahogany. It's reverse painted. In other words, they painted on the glass on the backside, right? Because it lasts longer. You paint it on the outside, dirt gets on it and everything else. But if dirt gets on this, it's just glass. You wipe it off, little Windex, right? You're going to obviously keep it. Yeah? It's a family heirloom, right?
Unless we get good money for it.
Yeah,
Huh? What's that?
Unless we get good money for it. Then it's
See? Depends on who you ask. She's like, I want the cash. He's like, oh, no, it's family, right? She's like, I don't care, right? Okay. No, she's thinking, that's his family, right? Yeah?
get up on a good price for it, it's
Yeah.
sold.
Huh? What do you think it's worth?
I have no idea.
No, take a wild guess. If you were to try and sell it, if she was to try and sell it, you'd
I
help her.
probably wouldn't take less than $1,000.
Okay. Well, it's not, all right? This type of clock, all right, it's similar to a banjo clock, but it's not a banjo clock, right? Because a banjo clocks are the other way around, right? There are 1 million of clocks like this on the internet. And there's always one or two that are nicer and cheaper than yours. Somewhere, okay? So I'm going to tackle two things. One, how would you sell something like this, right? If you would try to auction it, remember, they're making money. They have to make money. They don't do it for free. They're going to take 20, 25%, right? Assuming they sell it. So if your price is here, they're going to try and sell it. It probably won't sell. So you have to bring the price down. It's like your grocery store, right? Right there in the aisle. Special, right? The price isn't right because I'm going to buy the other one. I'm going to buy the Market Basket brand. Am I right? We all do that, right? So selling it, if you were to try to sell this, right, I don't think you get more than $500 for it today, right? Now, on the other hand, replacement, if you were to put a claim in to the insurance company, I'd ask for like $750. Yeah? Asking for thousands, that's stretching it. That's stretching it a little too much, right? Because I've worked for all the major insurance companies, right? Travelers, Hartford, Vermont Mutual. Amica is my largest client. I've been working for Amica for almost 20 years, right? They know me very well. Where I've gone to every single office that Amica has, and my presentation lasts literally 15 seconds. I used to do this fancy, my thing, and this is who I am. Don't do that anymore. I say to all the adjusters at the office, I say, when you go out and see a client, you got a question mark over your head, you call me. That's my presentation. They're not allowed to come to your house and say, oh, I saw one of those last week, and it was $1,000. What if it's not? Amica's liable. They can't do that, right? Some insurance companies do, but they're sticking their foot in their mouth, right? So they've been trained not to say anything. They're just like, oh, okay, let me go back to the office and find out. That's their answer, right? So they call me, and I go all over the place, right, for Amica, for one item, for 50 items, right? I've worked for University out of Chicago, who are the moving companies. They insure all the moving companies in the country. I've worked for USAA, Chubb, Andover, Arbella, Plymouth. I forget them all. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is that if something happens to you or your house, right, and you have the adjuster come in from XYZ company, right, and I show up, and I'm working for the insurance company, I know what you're thinking. You hire me first, I know what they're thinking. I work both sides of the fence, right? And every insurance company is different the way they do things, especially claims. Insurance companies are in the business of cashing checks, not writing checks. Right? Oh, all my stuff's worth $100,000. They're going to go, well, that's nice, prove it. Well, I've been paying premiums for the last 30 years. So, you have to prove to me before I write you a check for $100,000. You do the same thing, right? You're not going to write checks willy-nilly because, oh yeah, it's worth that much money. No, you got to prove it. If you can't prove it, you're getting this. We're on the subject of insurance companies. Let's talk very briefly. And do we have any insurance people here? By the way? No? No, I'm educating you at the same time. Replacement value. What does that mean? Yeah? You buy something for $1,000, they're going to give you $1,000. Wrong! Wrong. They are not going to do that. Rule of thumb, replacement value, national insurance companies, they give you 40 cents on the dollar. It's in the teeny tiny small print on page 64, paragraph 6, something like that. Yeah? That is replacement value. You also have as is replacement value. Right? As is means as it's $1,000, they'll give you $1,000 because it's as is. Now, the reason for that is that your premiums are up here. You pay more. Okay? You just have regular replacement value, you're gonna get 40 cents on the dollar, right? Unless you could prove it to them. Right, with a written appraisal, right? Certified written appraisal, okay? Now, the insurance companies, right, will come in and they'll look at all your stuff, and there's a guy in the back office, and they have this, some sort of formula and database. They can say, okay, the average home here in Littleton, you got 50 pairs of socks, 50 jackets, so and so and so and so. Yeah, it's demographics, right? And the size of the houses, right? The insurance company coming here to a house in Littleton is totally different than them going to a house in Wellesley. Night and day, right? Because they're assuming that the people in Wellesley and Wayland, the W towns, right, the houses are bigger, they're 3 times more expensive than here, which means all the stuff inside the house is probably worth more. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right? But is it 100% true? No, it's not. But they have to meet somewhere in the middle. That's what happens, right? Number two. Number two. Oh, the tankard. Did you shine this up? Yeah. Okay. This is silver, but it's not pure silver. Okay, let me talk silver. Okay, this has a hallmark on the bottom. It doesn't say sterling. It doesn't have a number. Okay, now you're looking at me going, what the heck does that mean? Sterling silver is an English standard they set hundreds of years ago. It is 92.5% silver content. The rest could be copper, zinc, nickel, some other metal, all right? And I could tell, all right, see this mottling over here? It's kind of like black clouds. It's cloudy, all right? That means the other metals are coming through, which means to me, this, right, was plated with quite a lot of silver. Now, when you go home, you're gonna go down there, you open it up, you got a tray, right, a silver tray. You're gonna flip it over and you see on the back it says plated, triple plated, quadruple plated, right? What does triple plated mean? Dipped 3 times. Quadruple? 4 times, right? Plated? Just once. There's this much silver in there, this much, because it's an electroplating process where they dip this in and the silver adheres to whatever metal this is. This is probably nickel. It doesn't weigh much. That's how I could tell straight away as soon as I picked it up, right? And silver has, you know, a little bit of heft to it. You could tell. Yeah, believe me now? You can tell. I mean, as soon as I picked it up, I didn't even look underneath. I picked it up and went, oh, yeah, it's got a hallmark. Yeah, so what? Right? Now, if you were to melt this down, you'd get this much silver. And silver right now is what? I don't know. Is it $30 an ounce or something? Right? It's not a lot. Let's pretend it's 30 because it goes up and down every day, just like gold. Right? Let's pretend gold is $3,000 an ounce, right? If you had that jewelry, right, and you got your you've got your kitchen scales, right, and you go, I got 20 ounces, 20 times 3,000. That's a lot of money. No, you don't. You don't even have close to that. 99.9% gold. Coin, ingot. That is $3,000 an ounce. Okay? Because what you have in jewelry, what they do, the guy all the way up here, he melts it down. He extracts the metal, the gold, and the other metals, doesn't care, right? Because it's worthless. That's the gold that you have. It's nowhere near what you think. Something else I have to share with you. We buy and sell your gold and silver and other stuff. Who's been there? You don't have to put your hand up. I'm pretty sure some of you have been there. Okay? My advice, don't do it. If he's in the mall, how much rent is he paying? He's going to give you top dollar? Really? No, he's not. He's going to make a living. He's going to keep the lights on. You're getting this. He sells it to this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, all the way up the line. It's like a piece of fruit. Right? In Florida, they get a lemon, throw it on a truck. It goes from this guy, this guy, this guy, and it ends up at Stop and Shop or Market Basket or whatever, supermarket. And how much is that lemon? $1, right? You go to Florida, how much are lemons? They're free. You're walking along the street, oh, lemon, orange, right? They're free. Okay? They're free down there. You get a bag like this of lemons for like $3 in Florida, right? But a lot of people have touched it and made money from it. That's why it's $1, right? And that's just an example on the lemon, right? And it's no different from gold and silver because these are what we call commodities. The price changes every day. Corn, oil, pick one, all right? So, is this a family thing?
29 cents, yeah. Oh, no, it was not.
Is it your family or his family?
My family's poor. No, they didn't collect the antique.
Okay.
No, it was something his father put.
I gotta give you the replacement value of this. $75. Yeah, there's not a lot of silver in here. All right, I can just tell from the weight. Right, and I'm gonna finish off by finish the silver thing by saying, if there's a number underneath when you go home tonight and look, there could be a number, and if it says 925, but it doesn't say sterling, that's 92.5% silver content. If it says 860, 86%. The lower the number, all right, number 3. Where's number 3? Who's number 3? Ah, number 3. Where'd you get this?
My mother and father got 2 of those for their wedding anniversary, for their wedding, and that would have been 78 years ago. And I don't know what the history is of it now.
It's depression glass, all right? And it's in really good shape. Okay, all right, depression glass. I'm looking at the average age of the people here. You used to go to the matinee, right? You got an ashtray, right? Or a little candy dish for free, right? When you go to the matinee, right? Why are you looking at me funny? I'm probably older than a lot of you here. Yes, I am. I'm older than you think I am. I'm 69.
You're a kid.
I knew you'd say that. Yeah, I'm 69. So anyway, there are a lot of these on sale right now. Every color you can think of, right? And the first thing I did was look underneath as to who made it. You can't tell, right? And this is one of the mass-produced ones, right? And not so much this one, but there's no others here. If you had like a candy dish or something, if you look at it closely, there's a line here, and a line here. In other words, it's 3 pieces, and they went like this. It's a mold, because back then, nobody could afford nice things. It was the Depression. Nobody had money. They couldn't afford to buy nice things, right? So the glass manufacturers, one of them being Anchor, which is the largest, right, in the world, and they're not the largest anymore, but back then they're the largest, right? They said, gee, how are we going to sell this? We got to be able to sell this stuff. We're going to go out of business. So they made molds because it was easier. They put it in, pour the glass in, bing, bam, boom, out the door. And they could sell it for cheaper because it was cheaper to make, right? And that's what they did. It was very successful, right? And that's why they can give it away when you went to the matinee or an event, right? So anyway, you want replacement value on this because you're not going to get rid of this, are you? No? Okay. Replacement, if I went online and tried to find one just like that in green, right? The ones that are more valuable are the cranberry and the blue ones, and maybe the pink, right? But definitely the red, the cranberry red. For some reason, that's up here, right? Then you got the clear ones, yeah, you know, because they're easier to make. They didn't have to add any color. It didn't cost them more money, right? That's the only reason, right? A little bit of dye, boom, green, right? So this replacement value on this right around 100, 150, yeah? Okay. Oh, this was 3, right? Okay, so I'll turn that upside down. Where's number 4? Oh, here. Whose is this? Okay. Can you tell us more? Where you got it? Why you got it?
It was my grandmother's. She got it for a wedding gift when she was married in 1907.
Okay, all right. 1907. Okay. What's the definition of an antique? 25?
50.
100? 50? Any other numbers? 100. 100 years old. If it's 99 years, 11 months, and 4 days, it's not an antique. Damn it, it's not. Right? Call it whatever you want, but you cannot call it an antique. Right? I get into this argument all the time with my mother-in-law, who lives with me. Right? Oh, can you reach up there? Oh, be careful, that's an antique. It's 20 years old. How can it be an antique? The reason why we think that way, how old is this country?
250.
Who's been to Europe? There you go. Yeah? Go to Europe, you can see antiques all day long. Okay? Right? We're talking old. 100 years, that's nothing. 200, 300 years is nothing. Right? But we're thinking, right, because that's the way we think over here. We're always rebuilding, right? And knock it down and get something else, right? Build a new house, right? So I didn't set that standard. U.S. Customs did. All right? So 100 years old or more, it's an antique. Now, you go to Egypt, right? And you buy something that's old, right, as a souvenir. Let's say it's 1,000 years old. Is that an antique? Yeah. 100 years, 1,000 years. Doesn't matter. Same description. Unless it's an antiquity. Antiquities usually are belonging to that country. All right? Or used to belong to that country. Because the way things are today, people buying and selling, and at an auction, some guy on the phone, right, who could be on the moon, right? And he buys this, whatever it is, right? This $5 million whatever antiquity from Iran. We were in Iran. Guess what our troops did? Don't deny it. They put stuff in their bags and brought it home, right? The stuff that they brought back belongs to that country. Yeah, we hate them, right? We don't like them, right? We went to war with them. That's beside the point. But the history that they have is 1,000 times longer than our history, right? So that stuff that they have belongs to them. As much as we hate them, what happens if Betsy Ross's flag goes up for auction and somebody buys it for $50 million? Who bought it? Don't know. He was on the end of a phone. Who are the people who usually have that kind of money? The other guys we don't like. The Russians. You don't know. You don't know. Yes?
Can you tell if the inside of that pot is pewter?
What? Oh, this? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, you watched it. Okay. What did they have in here?
Vodka.
Coffee. You're right. Could be gin, right? He says vodka, right? Maybe, right? Can you tell if this is a teapot or a coffee pot? Or a hot chocolate? Anybody? Can't tell, can you? Can't tell. Very easy. Okay. Over here is a strainer, right? Tea. If it was coffee, it wouldn't have a strainer. You don't need one, right? So this is a teapot, right? Now the other thing is, you see where it's starting to go green here? Because there's copper in there. Why is there copper? So it holds the heat. Yeah, copper's a great heat conductor, right? So yeah, there's pewter in here. That also holds the heat. But the reason why it's going green here is because of the copper. That's called oxidation, right? That's the copper coming through the other metals, right? This is kind of nice. I like this, right? You're never going to get rid of this, are you? It's family, all right? Okay. No, as far as...
See how it tips? It's called a tipping teapot.
Yeah, yeah. Because you always kept it warm with the flame here, right? And you could pour, all right? I like the spout. See how small it is? Right? If that spout was any bigger, you'd pour it all over the other person, right? You know, you go, whoops, right? But since it's small, it comes out a little slower, right? And you can, you know, gauge it better. It's very pretty. You don't have to shine it up anymore, right? I mean, you could, your arms will fall off. You try to polish that some more, right? But it's really pretty. Replacement on something like that, right around $250.
Yours.
Huh? No. Okay. Oh, one thing I didn't mention at the very beginning, very, very important. I do not buy and or sell. That constitutes bias. Right? There's other appraisers, they're called merchant appraisers. Right? They could come to a show like this, an event like this, and they could blah, 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 talk your head off about this and say, it's only worth $100. Give you $100 right now. And you go, yeah, great. I turn around and I sell it for $300. Is that right? Yes and no. Yes, because that's my business. No, because morally, it's wrong. That's why I don't do it. I could be rich from buying and selling stuff, right? On eBay, on a store. Do we have any antique dealers in the room? No? Huh? Used to be. Really, an antique dealer?
Well, an appraiser as well.
I'm sorry?
An appraiser as well.
What kind of appraiser?
I was a generalist.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've been to so many antique shops. Half the stuff in there is not an antique. It's just old, right? And there's nothing wrong with their business. They buy here, they sell here. Am I right? Okay? You don't know, if you go into her store, if she bought it at a yard sale or an estate sale. An estate sale is an indoor yard sale. That's all it is. You're just inside. Okay? And you're buying it cheap so that you could sell it. People do that all the time. They buy stuff, collectibles, and then they resell it online. Nothing wrong with that if you have the time and the wherewithal to do that, right? But having a store is different because now you have to pay rent. You got to keep the lights on, right? You got to pay people if you have staff, all that stuff, right? So now she's selling her stuff over here somewhere, right? Nothing wrong with that, right? So I do not buy and or sell. And the other reason is I work for most of the major insurance companies, banks, and lawyers. They find out I'm buying and selling, they're not going to call me. That's bias, all right? Yeah.
There's a date inside, a patent date inside that box.
Yeah, I saw that.
That indicates when it might have been built.
No, that's the patent, right? That's when it was patented. It doesn't mean that's when it was made.
So it was made before that, right? Has to be after that.
Could be.
Really?
It could be, but I doubt it, right? They might have a few that were made just before 1892, right? Where they said, oh, let's make a few of these. Then we'll have a patent because I don't want anyone else to copy it, right? Which they do anyway. Who watches Shark Tank? Yeah, same thing. That was what, number 4, 5? The banjo. That's yours. Okay, or yours. His. Did you play?
Yes.
Okay. Where'd you get it? Have you had it forever?
Where'd you get it?
You gave
Years ago. Somewhere. We're not sure.
You're not sure you bought it a long time ago?
Yard sale or?
Yeah? Okay. All right. It's a very nice banjo. All right. Now, banjos are kind of like, stringed instruments are very similar in that one of the most important parts is the bridge. Right? The better the quality of the bridge, the better the sound. It's like a violin, right? And a lot of violins, the bow is worth more than the violin a lot of the times, right? Because the bows were specifically made for that artist. This is very nice. You've got a lot of mother of pearl here, right? And it's really good quality, all right? This bridge, by the way, you can replace it for like $20, all right? I looked it up, all right? You're not going to get rid of it, are you? You should get together with these guys. What's that? You have what?
We have at least 6 or 7.
6 or 7? All right. They're nicer than that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. This one, right, it's only worth about $500 if you were to try and sell it today.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah? Okay.
It's according
Now-
to ChatGPT, it's possibly a Lyons and Healy's about late 19th century that was made for something like Sears or
Yeah.
Montgomery Ward's.
All right. So,
Brand name.
yeah, it's in great shape. So my suggestion is you're not going to like this, right? Is you go to or online, right, and tell them that you have this banjo, but you want to buy this one on their website or at their store. So you make a deal.
I don't want another band.
Oh, okay. Maybe because you were a collector, I figured you want another one, all right? But other than that, if it's worth that, it doesn't mean they're going to give that to you because they have to sell it. So they're going to give you this for them to make any money, right? And this is called profit. They bought it for this. Anything above that is profit. Yeah? So, reality, what's it really, if you really had to sell it, maybe 300. Okay? She's taking notes. She's like, I'm buying all this stuff. Okay? No, it's very nice. It's in great condition. 66666. Oh, this, all right. Yeah. Whose is this? Oh. It was your grandmother's.
Yes, it was my nana's.
Gee. All right. Again, hang on. Time out. All right. There's a lot of stuff here that belongs to the family, or it was my grandmother's, my mother's, down the line. Right? That's worth this to you. To the rest of the world, they don't care who your grandmother is. It's how cheap can I buy that from you? Oh, it's my grandmother's. They came over on the, with Columbus. So what? How cheap can I buy it from you? That's what's going through their head. So you have to. I'm a realist. If it's $5, I'll tell you it's $5. If it's $1 million, I'll prove that it's $1 million while I'm doing research, right? But something like this right now, because of the color, that's not a great color, right? I'm talking about the shade. The lamp, I'm going to take one look. I might be surprised. No. Thought so. Nothing. Nothing. All right? I was hoping for something to be written down there. Okay? This is worth more than this. People don't look at this. They look at this. This is different. You're looking at this, not this. Right? Am I right? Okay? People go, oh, that's kind of nice. Right? But you can't put this on that. It doesn't go. It just doesn't go. Right? So, the shade is worth more. So, the lamp, $20. The shade, about 100 and a quarter, right? Maybe a little less, right around 100, okay? 7, I saw 7. Oh, yeah. Oh, the other lamp, right? Whose is that? Okay, hang on. All right. Where'd you get this?
An estate sale.
An estate sale. You didn't pay more than $50 for it, did you? I didn't think so. All right. You had this rewired, didn't you?
No, it came rewired.
It came like that? Somebody rewired it, right? Because you do not want to stick this in the wall. If you do, you're going to end up on the other side of the room, right? Well, yeah, look at it. It's frayed. This is an accident waiting to happen. If you stick this in the wall, right? Just don't do that. That's dangerous, right? This, I like the lamp. It's not that heavy. Okay? So it's an alloy. It looks old, but it's not. All right? What are you going to do with it? You're going to keep it. Okay, replacement. Replacement for something like this, $200 to $225. Okay? with the lampshade. It came with this lampshade? You got more like this? Okay.
I have a question on the slide glass lamp. Can those be replaced, the panels?
Yes.
Do you
Yeah.
know of anybody? Why can
Right. They're very easy to replace. Right. See these tabs?
yeah, right.
You just unfold those tabs, get a new
Yeah, but
one.
you gotta get the curve to it.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Well, look at this. This curve right here.
Mine's like that.
Yeah. Okay. Now, with this one, right, they made a whole bunch and made a mold. So when it heated up, it molded to that shape, right? The real glass ones, really, really difficult to do that. In other words, it's very rare that they have that because it's just too much work to mold them that shape. 8, 8, 8, 8. Where's number 8? Oh, this. Who's this? It says Italy, all right? No. Okay, sorry. Okay, moving on. 9. 9 is this cup, right? That's yours as well? Okay. Same. Begins with an I. Italy, India, Italy, India.
That's my in-laws, that's what they gave me. What can I say?
Yeah, okay, sorry. You could do that. Right. Okay, less than 50, sorry. 10. Did somebody have 10?
What is it? The record. The record.
Oh. I looked this up. You ready? I saw one on eBay about half an hour ago. Oh, really? Wow. For $12. Exact same. All right? So, sorry. Does anybody know Jack Jones? Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Alfie. That's what he's famous for, Alfie, right? Everything else, don't know, right? 11 are the keys, right?
It's more the holder than the, so this is the holder.
Yeah,
And this looks like to button shoes,
right.
but they were my grandfather's, so they were,
Oh, okay. Now I see it.
yeah.
Yeah. It's got like a little pick,
Yep.
all right? Does it?
Yeah, it moves.
Yeah, I don't want to move it in case I break it,
Yeah.
right? Because all I saw was a bunch of keys, like, they're not that old until I saw this, right? And yeah, this comes,
Slides up. You have to push it in.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. I mean, little trinkets like this are collectible. People love this. Yeah? I mean, Are they worth a lot of money? This is a little pick,
Oh,
and then this is like a
do
pin.
they go in together somehow? they're
No,
two
it's two
things.
different things. This comes out somehow. There it is. Well, it's to hold all the keys together, all right? This one, anyway, it's like a pin, right? Or a carabiner, all right? The original carabiner, all right? Yep. And yeah, I mean, this one's for buttoning shoes, right? Wow, you have an old house?
No, they were my grandfather's.
Yeah. No, my wife loves old keys. She really does. She loves just like keys like this,
Yeah.
right? I mean, today, if we only knew, right, what we know today, you could break into somebody's house real easy. I mean, come on, this is not, it's not rocket science right here, right? Okay. This one, on the other hand, that's a little different, right? But this thing, right? I love them though. All right. Okay. I think this only like $25, and this right around $75. All right, that you might make money from. Okay. 12. Okay. Oh, where's 12? Was this? Oh, this is 12. Whose is this? Every time I pick something up, I go like this, all right? Because if it doesn't have anything written underneath, how are you going to know? But this one says, hand-painted Nippon. Okay, what's Nippon? Japan, right? Okay. Now, they didn't write the word Japan on there because it's older. However, they wrote down hand painted. This is made in Japan, right? It's written in English. Okay? All right, here's another one, right? When you go home, you pick up something, right? And it says, fine china, Japan. Okay? It's China, but it's Japanese. All right? Why? All right? Because the word China was an English name that they had. Because when the British were all over the world, they were in China. Okay? And there was a guy hundreds of years ago, not necessarily this, but some of the dinnerware, the plates and cups and saucers and stuff. He's like, that's nice. I can make that back in England, back home. So I'll bring a couple of these samples and bring them back to England. So he made them. And people say, well, what is that? This is China. That's how it came about, the word China. But it's made in Japan. Now, it says made in Japan, made in Czechoslovakia, made in Germany. Pick a country. It's written in English. Why? Tourist industry. Tourist industry, that's all it is. English is national, the international language, right? If it said whatever it was in Chinese or Japanese, people go, what the hell is that? What's that? What's that mean? Oh, hang on. You don't know. Is it this way or this way? You have to be able to read Chinese to know if this is this way or this way.
That's supposed to be Japanese.
Right? Good example. But not sideways, right? That could be Korean. You could turn it sideways and go, ooh, I don't know.
That's supposed to be
Right.
Japanese.
Yeah. It's not. It's Chinese. The characters, the Japanese characters are fewer than the Chinese. There's more in Chinese than there is in Japanese, right? I don't read Chinese, I don't read Japanese, but I could tell the difference, right? What was I talking about? Whew. I got a really good memory. It's just short sometimes. Okay, yeah. This, right? Okay, so this was made for the tourist industry. I'm not saying that it's bad or good or whatever. It's because they wrote hand painted in English or hand, made in France. Okay, here's another one. Limoges. People go, ooh, Limoges, fancy. What's Limoges? Thank you. It's a town in France. It's a town. In the town of Limoges, there's a lot of people who made stuff. Some better than others. Right? Okay, the guy up here is Haviland. Right? You ever seen Haviland? He was an American. Yeah, he was. He was smart. What he did is that all these people used to go to these dinners, right? The balls with the prince and the princess and the dukes and all those guys, right? And they're all sitting at the table, their hats and all their fancy wear, right? And the woman goes, right? I want to buy that. Just because Duke, what's-his-face, has got it, I want it. I want one just like that, right? After a while, Haviland's going, I'm going to make more of these and sell it to anybody else, not just the prince and princess and dukes and duchesses and those guys, right? Because you're at the dinner and you told your husband, I want one just like that. And he goes, okay. So Haviland used to make a lot of his china for royalty. From there, everyone else bought it because they're going, I want one too, right? And they could afford it. And that's what happened, right? He was smart. But just because it says Limoges, France, it's like saying Sheffield in England. Sheffield's known for silver, just like Taunton was, right? Or Pittsburgh steel. You say Pittsburgh, you think, oh, steel, right? That's what goes through your head, right? But the problem we have here in Taunton, all those international silver, they're gone. You know what killed them? The EPA. They came in, oh, you can't dump that into the river. I'm fining you $100,000. The guy's like, oh, shit, right? And they come in, they know they can get money from you. Oh, the barrels, they're not exactly 3 feet apart. Or the labels aren't facing out. They find them, right? What does the IRS do when they come to people and they audit? They justify their jobs. And they have some apprentice or a young guy, and the senior guy says, okay, there's 2 of you. See who makes the most money at the end of the week. I used to be in the chemical industry, right? And we used to get these guys come in from the EPA and OSHA. Barrels aren't exactly this far apart. The labels aren't, it's labeled wrong. There's no label, whatever. They will find something. That's their job. The senior guy says, you have to find something, at least one thing from this factory today. And they do. They're there all day. Because he doesn't want to upset his boss. True story. So, sorry. Did you come late?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I go like this because it's less than 50.
No, I just thought Nippon was the name that the Japanese used when they sold it to America. It's pre-World War II.
Hmm?
So pre-World War II.
Yeah,
Pre-World War II.
right.
Yes.
So, yeah. But there's a lot of them around. The only Japanese thing in the quote-unquote modern world that's worth a lot of money, and that's very collectible, right? Anything that was made during the Second World War in a very short period of time, called Made in Occupied Japan. It says it on the bottom, Made in Occupied Japan, right? Because all the Air Force there, Navy, Army, everybody was over there. Everybody, right? And the guy came home, and his buddy goes, hey, where'd you get that? Oh, I was just stationed over in Japan, and I just bought it on the street. I think it's really cool. I brought it for my wife. Oh, I'm going there in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to go buy. That happened a lot. And the Japanese went, wait a second. We're going to make more. They're buying this stuff. We're making more. So they did. They weren't stupid, right? So that period of time, when we occupied Japan, was a very short period of time in history. So the toys, specifically, the little wind-up cheapo toys, you will not believe what people pay for them. A little like wind-up horse or something, right? $50, $100, depending on the condition and how big it is and everything else, right? It's amazing, absolutely amazing. And they're very, very sought after. People still want them. And there's only so much out there. Again, that period of history was like this, right? Okay, so what was that, 12? 13 is...
13 is the lace dress.
Oh, whose is this?
Ellie.
Can I unravel it?
No, you can unwrap it though. I do not know how old it is. It's been stored in cedar chests off and on for years. And unfortunately against a white.
Oh, look, there's a tag here. It says Sears. I'm kidding. Or Monkey Ward, one of the two.
I kind of wanted to know how old it was and how I could take care of it.
Well, it's silk, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah. Well, the problem with silk is that it's going to fall apart over time. It's just one of those things, right?
Could we see it?
Sure. Don't put that in the... Damn it, it's on TV now. Isn't that pretty? Right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's kind of your size, too. It's for sale. It's your size, too. It's for sale. How old is this? This has got to be like 120-ish, maybe more, right? It's in really, really good condition, right? You can actually have this. That's a fluff. That's fluff. That's nothing, right? You can have this professionally cleaned, but only clean it if you're going to do something with it, as in sell it, give it to your granddaughter to wear at some fancy party, right? Why not? My daughter would wear this. She loves vintage things, right? I mean, this is really pretty, right? Okay, what's it worth? The value isn't that much. It really isn't, because there's a lot out there, and they're always nicer and cheaper than yours. But this is very nice. It's actually linen as well. There's some linen in here. Right.
Is that hand done? Is it hand?
Absolutely. This is all handmade.
This is all, no, this,
Yeah, look at this.
yeah. And the lace, I bet's handmade too.
Yeah, it's taken months to make this, right? Months. Today they put it on a computer and pff, there it is, boom, done. What color do you want? Any color, you know? I mean, the buttons are really pretty.
Country of origin,
Huh?
where was it made?
Where was it made? I have no idea. It could have been made anywhere, right? But where did it come from? You don't know.
Cedar chest.
Whose cedar chest?
I don't, at least my mother's and probably at least one before.
Yeah, because you never know. This could have come from Europe. Many, many moons ago, who knows? But you know, something like this, if you were to sell it, right? Vintage stores love this. You go to Cambridge, you could sell this all day long, right? $250, something like that. That's not bad for this, right? And don't clean it. Let them clean it, because if you clean it and it gets messed up,
Yeah.
it's their fault, not your. And they already paid you, right? Okay, 14 was this one, right? Oh, whose is this? Do you have more of these?
I have 50 of them,
Really?
of different ones, of Stoke-on-Trent and, yes, all surrounds, you know.
What are you going to do with them?
Well,
You want to sell them?
probably sometime. I mean, I collected them to put in the back of my backsplash of my kitchen.
Yeah.
At the point, I was decided better not.
Yeah, well, the cool thing about this, right, it says Josiah. That's the pattern. Wedgwood and Sons, Etruria, right? It says Wedgwood. That's up here. Okay? That's up here, right? And there are people, collectors, who will pay minimum of $100 for these, minimum. And the more the rarer they are, the more money, right? But rather than me doing research, I think you could do your own research, okay? You go on Google and you put in these exact words, right? Now the secret is, you should know this. There's 3 very important words afterwards. For sale, sold. Okay? The reason why is that Google is going to look for blah, 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 for sale, instead of just going, oh, it's the Wedgwood thing. This is the answer you're going to get, right? For sale. Sold. That's what you want. Just because somebody's asking $200, it doesn't mean they're going to get it. They're hoping and praying that some sucker's going to pay $200. Right? So you look for the ones that have sold. You find 2 or 3, and you go, they're exactly the same or very similar to what I have. Right? You add them up, you divide by 3, there's your answer. That's what it's worth. That's the benchmark. They've actually sold for that amount of money. So what do you do when you sell them? You don't go here. You go here. Right? Because if I'm looking for that, and I see yours at $125, and I see somebody else's for $100, guess which one I'm going to buy? I'm not buying yours. Why would I? Right? And if you're anybody who's buying or selling anything, never, ever put a round number. Let's play a game. let's pretend a lot of people in here are interested in buying this.
Excuse me, I'm afraid we have to go.
Oh, do you have something?
Yes.
Shall I do theirs real quick?
Sure.
What is it?
It's a George Johnson silver piece,
Which?
right back there, 21.
Oh,
Yeah.
this? Okay. Well, the good news is it says sterling, Denmark. Right? Okay. This is sterling. Right? This is stainless steel. Makes sense? Right? It's a cheese knife with a bottle opener. I don't know what this is for, but I know what this is for. Right? It's a little serrated. Right? It could be for like hors d'oeuvres or something like that. Anyway, it's really pretty. Do you have more of these?
Some, yep.
Some? Okay. And they're all Danish?
My grandmother was Danish.
Yeah. Okay.
It's George Jensen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just this, George Jensen. Very, very. They're worth a lot of money, right? If you buy a set, it's going to cost you a lot of money. But this on its own, if you were to buy this today, it would probably cost you about $175, maybe $200, all day long. And it's just a knife. But it's not just a knife. It's George Jensen. And I'm not talking like the Jetsons, right? In the 60s, not those guys. Thank you very much. Those are really pretty.
And then mine was 22. It's a
Okay, this is real quick. I do paintings very, very quickly, all right? Okay. Do you know who painted this?
no, I don't.
Nor do I. Okay. There's no signature that I can see, right? So if there's no signature, exactly, anyone could have painted it. That's not a signature. That's not a signature, all right? So it's decorative. It's just decorative art. Somebody loved this. Okay, good for them, right? Oil on board. It's old, but it's not that old, right? The board isn't that old. When I say not that old, it's not maybe right around 100, maybe, right? But other than that, it's decorative art.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. That's you're very welcome. Thank you for coming. That's the thing with art, all right? If it doesn't have a signature, all right, as I said, these guys think they're experts. They know it all. They don't. You got to look it up, right? There's one over here with a signature on it. It says William, it might be Williamson, I'm not sure, right? Because the way they sign it goes William, it's like your doctor signed it. You know, what's that mean, right? Anyway, we're going to get to that. That was, where was I? Huh? 14 or 15? 15. 15 was, the other painting, right? You must excuse me. I had my knee replaced 2 months ago. And it aches like hell right now. Okay, this one is a lot older, right? Look at the back. Okay? There's a lot of oxygen. It's like us. Right? The older we get, the more we look like this. Right? We fall apart too. Right? Now, okay. Now, here's the bad news. Whose is this? Okay.
Yeah, I can see the whole.
All right? There's one there, right? And it's starting to come off. And all this crackler here, right, is age. Look at us, right? Where did you get this?
It was in my mother-in-law's house, my in-law's house, and my husband thinks it was a wedding gift, so I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, back then it was.
His grandmother's maiden name could have been Williams. He doesn't know.
Yeah. Okay, that looks like Williams to me, right? Now, if I look up Williams, right, and there's a ton of databases you could go online, even Google, and just put that. Now, the problem is, it's like Smith. You got to know the first name. Otherwise, you're going to be searching for a week and go, oh, I found it. And it's less than $50. Boy, did I waste my time. Right? Okay, so this, I have to go like this, right? I mean, it's in pretty bad condition, right? And it's more of an, when I look up artists, I look up what is sold. If that name or that person doesn't come up, it doesn't mean that they're a nobody. It just means that their art has not been bought and or sold in the open market in the last 10 years. So his stuff is sitting on somebody's wall. Never been sold, right? Because there's no benchmark to say, hey, you know. That's why a lot of Picassos, right? Once he sell it for $5 million. 2 years later, he sells it for $8 million. 2 years later, he sells it for $10 million. It just goes on, you know, it's just changing hands, right? That was 16, 17.
16.
The what? Oh, these. Yeah. Yours, right? Where'd you get them?
From my mother, and she had an aunt who had been married to someone who had commerce in Japan, so I don't know if it came
Yeah,
from
yeah,
there or
yeah.
much later.
Yeah. The Japanese characters, because, again, Chinese didn't dress like that, right? But, see, with Japanese ceramics, you can put them up to the light, and it's usually really thin. You could see the light through. You can't hear.
Okay.
So it's thicker. I think this was just one of those tourist things, right? Again, it's tea, right? And it's made for the tourist industry. Here's a clue. Sugar, cream. You go to China or Japan, there's no sugar, there's no cream. That's an insult. That's an insult to put, it's like putting ketchup on something. Anyway, if you go to France and have a meal and go, oh, can I have some ketchup? They go, oh my God. All right, so that, okay, 75, right? 17,
Okay, she came late.
Do you know what it says? Oh, I did not know that. It says Wedgwood, right? Now, some of the other Wedgwood, you know, underneath the ashtray or the little dish or something like that, you know, it's like It's like branded in there, right? The reason why they did that is that you can't copy that. Right? All the other ones, they have a sticker. Anyone can put a sticker on there. Right? Made in France, made in Limoges. Sticker. That's new. They didn't have stickers 100 years ago. Right? And Wedgwood did this so that it's really, really hard to copy that because they branded it, right? Then they put another layer on, and then they refired it back in the oven. Now that is set in there because the coating is on top of the brand, all right? So this, it's in fair condition, right? Do you have more of these?
Pardon?
Do you have more of these?
No.
Okay.
From the dump.
From your where?
Dump. The transfer station.
From her dump. Okay. Okay, no. If this was in really good condition, which it is not, right, it would probably be worth right around 150. I'm crashing down. Why? And there's glue here. This whole thing came off. And there's like this here, right? I mean, so, and it's one of their mass-produced ones. See this line? And see this line? Right? It was a mold, right? Not that Wedgwood didn't do a lot of that. Well, they didn't because they had a higher quality. And for them to do that, they thought, hey, let's make 1,000 of these, right? But since it's got cracks and it's been repaired, there's glue and all that business, no, less than 50, all right? Back in the dump. Where am I? 18, right?
Yeah, it's 18.
Whose is this? Oh,
That's just,
Mass Agri College, Amherst.
that was the owner of,
All right. Huh?
that was the owner
Okay.
of the clock.
So that's just,
Herman Wheeler.
that's information.
This is his report card. He got an A for arithmetic, A for geography, B for grammar, B for reading, B minus for spelling, C for singing. I'd get like a Z for singing, right? Center Grammar School, 7th grade. He's 12 years, 9 months. Remember we used to do that? How old are you? 12 and 9 months. You're 12, right? Oh, here are the names of the teachers and the dates. Mrs. James B. Wheeler, June 1st, 1899. Yeah, because this is 1908, all right? So this is really cool. This is cooler than the clock. Forget the clock. This is really cool, right? Now, okay, what is something like this worth? Not a lot of money. But you could talk about this all day long more than you can that. This is more fun, right? Okay. Oh, look at this. This is the commencement. June 16, 4 p.m., 1809. All right. Anyway, the clock, New Haven Clock Company. Do you know how many clocks New Haven made? A lot, right? For some reason, a lot of wall clocks were made in Connecticut, right? The Ansonia Clock Company was from Connecticut, right? Ansonia, Connecticut, right? But does it work?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
And all that stuff
Okay. Yeah, well. Oh. Oh, this is the key. That's the key. All right, that's cool. You got the key, that's good. All right, what are you going to do with it? Sell it? You're not going to get a lot of money for it. You'll be lucky to get $100. But this is really cool. It really is. I mean, just reading it is fun, right? But the clock, you know, the clock's nice, but, you know, it doesn't have that wow factor, right? That was 18. 19 was...
My grandmother came from Ireland and she lived with my aunts later on, so I just don't know the period of this, but it's probably, from here. I found it in the attic, so.
Rubilard. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm going to burst your bubble, I already know. I'm just confirming. Yep. Do you know this is a print? Okay. Well, and it came from a book, usually, because up here it says, copyright 1935 by I Am Company, Chicago, Illinois. Right? And when I looked at with my jeweler's loop, there's tiny little dots. When you see dots, that's the printing process. In other words, a print. Right? There's different kinds of prints, there's serigraphs and lithographs. Those are really fancy, high quality, limited prints because they didn't make a lot, but the quality was higher. Okay, so, yeah, it is Rubilard. Copper plate being inked in colors, limited edition, blah, 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 blah. From etched copper plate, right? So, where was I? I'm going, this one? Whose is this? Oh, that's yours. Okay. I have no idea what this is. It's blank.
I was supposed to get a frame and I never did. I just have it, this is how it works.
Have you looked this up?
When I just bought it, but I haven't since, so what, when
I have to look up the
I have to look.
Z Yvanovich, because it's stamped here, right? It's 126 out of 750. It's numbered, right? And I doubt if this is his actual signature. Nope, it's printed on, right? Yeah. Zamy Stainovitz. Right? I have to look this up because I've never heard of this artist. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of this. You're going to give me a phone number and I'm going to do research and I'll call you back. Okay? Because your guess is as good as mine. We'll do that in a minute. Okay? So I'll leave it right here for now. Okay? It could be worth this. It could be worth this. Right? My gut my gut feeling is, you know, the Danbury Mint and those guys, similar to that. That's my gut. I could be wrong. What number was that? 20. 21. This one? I've already done this. Oh, the Stein. Okay, whose is this? Okay. Okay. It's really hard to read. Okay. Yeah, that's very hard to read. Okay. Where'd you get this? Don't say Germany, because I'll believe you say Germany. Huh?
Deutschland.
Deutschland.
Handed down in the family.
Oh, say that.
Handed down in the family. So it's a family heirloom.
Oh, okay. Was somebody in the army there or something? They bought this?
I don't know when it came in. The family actually came up from Germany in 1749, but that's not,
Yeah.
that's not it.
Okay.
So someone could have gone over to Germany and just got, because the family was originally.
Ich habe in Deutschland gewohnt für 8 Jahre. I've lived in Germany for 8 years. I speak German, right? And, huh? Du auch? Yeah. Okay, so I like this here. Wein, Weiß, Spiel. Wine,
Vice is,
like, I can't, you know, all I can think of, Weiss is white. No, actually it's not. Weiss, Weiss, 2 S's is Weiss, is white. With 1 S, I'm not sure. It is 2 S's.
okay.
The B. Wine, white, Spiel, which is play, right? So,
They're with me. Sorry. Thank you. They're going to relieve me so I can.
right. She's got to wear glasses when she comes in and sees me. Oh, you're leaving?
Oh, I got my coffee. Sorry.
I don't get one? I ordered a coffee.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Come on, get one.
Well, you're carrying the Stein. I don't know.
Oh, I can get beer. Okay, this is a very nice Stein, right? The colors are wonderful, right? And everything underneath is written in German, right? This is always pewter, right? And it's in really good condition. It's as if no one ever drank out of this. You might as well. I mean, it's really nice, right? And to collectors, the problem with Steins is there's a million of them out there. This is cracked. So that lowers the value. It's the way we think. You're buying a car, a used car, okay? And you look at the car and there's a scratch, right? There's a little scratch like this. And the salesman goes, we'll just buff that out, it's no problem. And then he keeps selling you the car. To you, the scratch is this big. To him, the scratch is this. So you're going, oh, wait a second. There's a scratch there. There's another one over here. You got to lower the price. Now you're twisting his arm because it's obvious, right? You can't buff that out. I don't care what you say. It's a scratch, and I'm not paying what you're asking me to, right? Same thing with this. The collector's going to go, hey, that's cracked. You can't say, no, it's not. So you have to lower the price. You have to renegotiate, right? But I really, really like this because I spent 8 years in Germany, right? And, now, I used to drink a liter a day. Still look like this. A liter a day, right? The Germans know how to make beer. Budweiser is not beer. That's water. You have to go to Germany and drink beer there, and you will know, right? It's like eating steak here and going to Kansas City or Texas. That's steak country. They really know, right? I used to live in a town called Bamberg. It's on the eastern side, right? The cathedral, not cathedral, but the church there, right, was 1,800 years old. The door was 6 feet thick, right? The monks still make beer. They started 1,000 years ago. I think they know what they're doing. 1,000 years they've been making beer, right? So, they got, and it's if you ever go there, it's called Bamberg. It's called the Rauch beer, which is smoke. Rauch is smoke. What they do is they bubble smoke through the beer. Totally different taste. Totally different, right? Even if you're not a beer lover, you got to taste it. Anyway, I regress. What? The age? It says 2044. We're not there yet, all right? No, this has got to be 80, about 80 years old. It's not as old as you think, because I'm looking inside, and, the condition of what's inside, it's not cracked or anything like that. Usually they start cracking and falling apart, and the paint would start falling off of here, right? But it's a really nice example, right? I like this. If you were to sell this to a collector, you get more money because they're willing to pay. So I think you could get $300 for this, right? If you were to sell it on eBay, you might get $150. All right, it's very nice. Very nice. Oh, it's a bank. Oh, this is cool. Hey, it's a magic bank. At least that's what it says. Right? It says magic bank. You put the coin in there, right? Am I right? And then he flips around somehow. I don't have a coin, right? But anyway, you put a coin in there, he flips around, right? The whole thing flips around and goes in there, right? And if you wanted to open it, there are 2 screws over here, steal the money, right? Right? And, wow. Okay. Oh, there, look.
Where is it made?
Huh?
Where is it made?
Here, made in the States, right? It has a patent of 1873, right? But this is kind of cool. I like this.
Yeah, it has a little thing on the side. This makes the door work, and you pull it out somehow.
Can you pull this out?
Let's see, you can open this
Yeah.
and pull it.
Oh, okay. You put that there, all right? And then you pull that.
And then you push the...
I just lost money. Oh, this is so cool. Here.
That is cool.
It's also heavy, right? No, I mean for yeah. Hang on, right? I'm doing the bank, right? That is similar to this. Am I right? It's a novelty, right? You pass it around. It's a talking piece, right? It's not worth a ton of money, right? But it's fun. It's a fun thing, right? If that was to sell, if that was to be sold on like online, you might get $150 for it. Yeah? But I wouldn't sell it.
Oh, I wouldn't. Two son-in-laws and they're fighting.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Did you have fun? I didn't.